Have you noticed how often the Portuguese add inho to the end of words? Now, usually in language learning, this is called a diminutive, and it's used to convey the idea of the word you're talking about being small. But spoiler alert, the Portuguese use it in way more circumstances than that. Confused? You won't be after this very quick lesson. I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can use inho in a sentence. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe. I know there's lots of you watching that aren't subscribed yet. It doesn't cost a thing, but it tells me that I should keep making videos. Go ahead. Okay, 5 ways to use inho. Let's go. The first way is, of course, a straightforward diminutive, so making the word you're talking about smaller. So if I want some more dinner, but I only want a little bit more, I can say, só bocadinho, or só pouquinho, se faz favor. Easy, we all knew that one. The second way, however, is the complete opposite. This is when you are exaggerating something. So you're not saying that something is small, you might be saying that it is actually big or exaggerated or really the case if you're adding inho to the end. So maybe I walked into the house and it had been cleaned and I go, a casa está limpinha. So I'm exaggerating how clean the house is by adding inho onto the end. In this case, inha, because the casa is feminine. Another reason the Portuguese might use it is because they're being affectionate. So for example, if I were to see a really cute baby, which happens a lot in Portugal, I might go over to it and say, "Olha, ele é tão fofinho." The fourth way that you can use inho is to be sarcastic. So actually, if you want to be a little bit snarky, you can add inho. So for example, if somebody was not being very funny and I wanted to tell them as such, I would maybe say something like, engraçadinho. The fifth, final, and probably the most common use of inho is for no reason whatsoever. So the best example is when I go to my dentist's office, the lovely receptionist lady seems to just add inho on the end of everything. I'm not sure why, but she might say something like, a consulta está marcadinha, obrigadinha e tchauzinho. So you'll notice also that sometimes you need to add a Z, like I just did there with tchauzinho. This is usually when a word ends in a vowel, so you need to add a Z because you can't say tchauinho, or you couldn't see a little dog and call it a cauinho. It would have to be a cauzinho, and we say tchauzinho. Or if I'm drinking a nice cup of tea, I might call it a chazinho. So my challenge to you is to listen out for these now and see in which context people are actually using it when you hear them speak. If you're having any trouble with your pronunciation, I have a free download for you that is going to give you my 7 tips to instantly improve your European Portuguese pronunciation. I'm going to put the link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this quickfire Portuguese lesson. Don't forget I go live on YouTube every Thursday evening at 5:30 p.m. Lisbon time for another quick lesson, totally free, and I would love to see some of you there. So subscribe to the channel to get a notification when I go live, and see you there. Ciao for now.